Holy crap, we're back. HWR's Four Corner Rants. Thursday night. It's always fun for a fight, and we are here live once again. And we're missing a couple people tonight, but that's okay because we're just going to be winging this tonight. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I only saw bits of Raw and SmackDown, and we're going to talk about that. But first of all, I am the host of HWR's Four Corner Rants. I am the gamer, the streamer, the dreamer. I am Lord Skoldrin, Joseph Skoldrin, Knight of Skoldrin's Realms. Let me introduce, and I'm going to be, like Lance says, I'm going to be the Yankee in the room between two Southerners. He is the incomparable one, the leader of the dual guitar movement. He is Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, better than I was Monday, but then again, hell, a whole bottle of wine will do that to you sometimes.
Absolutely. I'm feeling that same way, so don't feel bad. I'm still recuperating. And she is our vicious vixen from Kentucky Zone Wrestling. She is the one and only Zoe Nightshade. Welcome to Thursday Night, Zoe.
I'm very happy to be here and to do some carnage.
There we go. No pun there because she leads Carnage. So,
exactly.
There you go. And over in the HWR show already, we have George. George, it's good to see you. Welcome again Thursday night. We got a couple of things going on right now, and already we got Shane Herbert who says hi, Mrs. A, and from BC Games of More. Everybody's piling in. They're gonna hear us ramble on tonight, Lance.
Oh, George and Herbie are used to hearing me ramble.
All right. Well, let me start off first of all by saying that we just passed SummerSlam. We passed by Raw and SmackDown this week, and you know what? There was quite a few shockers going on. First of all, heel Becky. That's the thing now. Lance, I kind of love the Irish. The Irish, now she is legitimately an Irish last kicker.
I look a little like that little fiery look in her eyes, do I?
And she took out her aggression on Charlotte, and they're already booking them on house shows. And basically, hey, how you doing, Samantha? Samantha Hubert, thanks for popping in here, Mrs. A. Definitely tell BC that we said hi. So, yeah, that was kind of a thing. I think it was due time that she did that. What do you think, Zoe?
I absolutely loved it. It was something that people wanted but was not expected to actually happen. And let me just tell you, the girl is working it. I've never seen Becky as a heel, but I am loving it.
Absolutely. And you know, I think it was much needed. I think they've been throwing her under the bus so many times. I think it's now time that she steps out and starts doing things. Lance, let's go over that, and that's on the SmackDown roster. We also saw on SmackDown Samoa Joe and the AJ Styles storyline. It's getting intriguing. Now that's a storyline done right.
Absolutely. I mean, hell, they're basically carrying on their TNA thing where we said if they keep going right, this thing could go till, I'd almost say this thing could go to SummerSlam.
Well, we already been to SummerSlam.
I mean, Survivor Series.
I was gonna say,
Like
yeah. I don't think they want to go another year until SummerSlam with that.
Well, I haven't stretched a feud almost that damn far. Remember Orton Cena?
Oh,
God.
Hey,
yeah.
like I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But again, this is, it was an incredible storyline. AJ came out, talked about his family, talked about the title, talked about everything, really got passionately over, and then Joe attacked him, put him to sleep, and did that creepy promo, Zoe, of, you know, what was it, Jackie or Nancy, whatever AJ's wife
Wendy.
is, Wendy.
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
it was one somebody's name. And it's like, you know, I'm coming home, or I'm, you know, tuck the kids in or something like that. Now that's a
Oh,
hell
my
of a storyline.
It is definitely. I mean, yeah, they've done storylines like that in the past, definitely. But Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, I mean, they sell it. I even sat there and kind of got the cold chills whenever I heard Samoa Joe saying that. I'm like, oh my God, he's completely taking this to a whole new level. I'm interested. I wouldn't mind seeing this go on through Hell in a Cell. I would love that.
Yeah,
Hey, did that promo remind anybody else of the Pillman segment?
absolutely. You know, and that's one of the things that did cross my mind. It was the Brian Pillman, Stone Cold Steve Austin storyline that they have. And you know what? I like this. I like it. It's credible. You have The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Now they involve, you know, Brie Bella. They have Maurice there. You know, it's actually, when you look at everything combined, it is something else. It is something that they're actually taking off with, and you can actually finally get behind this thing. So that's something else. And also news on the SmackDown brand still. I know we're going backwards because usually it's Raw then SmackDown, but I gotta say SmackDown was the least more interesting than it was the Raw brand. We have new tag team champions in the New Day, but that was because Eric Rowan is he's gonna be out for a while because of his injury, because he tore his tricep, so he's gonna be out for a while. And I can understand why they wanted to move the title along. And surprisingly, it was two of the odd members of the New Day. It was Xavier and Coffee this time, not Big E involved, because Big E also supposedly is injured.
Well, I mean, definitely. I noticed Tuesday night a whole lot. Eric Rowan was definitely favoring that injury a lot. He was constantly trying to keep his arm still. He was holding his arm. So, I mean, that rumor was just clarified as soon as I saw that. I was like, okay, yeah, he's been legit hurt. They're going to drop it to them. But I'm excited to see what this means for Luke Harper and Eric Rowan's presence.
Well, I think obviously they're going to keep Luke Harper probably in a singles career for right now, and let Eric Rowan heal, and then they'll decide what they're going to do with them. You know, those are the most notable of things that went on. But now let's go over to the Raw brand, and quite a few things have happened there. First of all, Triple H coming out, doing this whole promo of how he's going to whatever the WWE's Australia, you know, tour, and he's going to be in there taking on the Undertaker. And it's like, if that's what the Australians want to see, then they're far behind than the Middle East, because when they see
at least they know that some of the stars aren't dead already.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Warrior and Yoko. Enough said.
Right.
Hey, they could have found someone to dress up as Ultimate Warrior, and they have a fat guy in what is it, in Impact, who thinks he's Yokozuna. So there you go. So they could have pulled it off, and these guys would probably believe it too.
As long as Luke and Butch make an appearance, I'm cool with this whole Australia thing.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I can't be the only one that wants to see the Bushwhackers just come out and do a wave by.
Well,
I do.
Well, considering they're both from New Zealand, so I think that'll be kind of an odd thing. But let's go on to something else too. Stephanie McMahon also made her appearance and had like a little Diva Women's Division get together for the Raw brand, and everybody got together to congratulate Ronda Rousey on her win. And then they did all this segment where Stephanie is like, you know, praising Ronda and all that. Then she starts insulting her. And Ronda did what Ronda knows only how to do: put her in an arm lock and stretch that big mouth babe in the middle of the ring, prompting all the women wrestlers to come in. Now notice, none of them came to aid Stephanie Zoe. Do you think, like, at least somebody would have pulled her off? But no, they didn't do that.
Well, I mean, actually, at one point, I did notice that the Riot Squad, as well as Alexa Bliss, did come to Stephanie's aid after Ronda had released Stephanie from the arm lock. I'm sorry. I am so sorry for feeling this way. But Ronda is just killing the women's division. She's making it look like you can go to WWE, not do squat, get awarded and rewarded over and over again, get all these changes just for doing nothing, while these other women that have been there for a long time have busted their butts.
Absolutely. Over in the HWR chat room, it's my boy Todd Mata. He is Toxic Todd from my old Nightmare Express. Good to see you. Tell your brother Billy I said hi. Him and his brother were my Nightmare Express, and boy, the stories we could probably laugh with. But you know, and continuing down, we saw the biggest shocker of the night that nobody expected. We saw Finn Balor take on Roman Reigns for the Universal, or should I say, I'm going to leave it as the Raw Heavyweight Championship. They, you know, Roman kept his title, and then Braun Strowman came out and said he's going to challenge him and put his briefcase on the line. Well, lo and behold, he's getting the edge over Roman Reigns, and the music plays. There is the Shield. Both guys, Ambrose and Rollins, dressed up in Shield gear. They attack Braun Strowman, and they're all three members of the Shield, put him through a table, which is their Shield trademark. Now, first of all, I was like, okay, we just saw these two guys, and they were just playing baby faces against Ziggler and McIntyre, and now they just flipped out and just put on the Shield gear and came out. Lance, was I the only one confused here?
Well, I wasn't, because granted, we all said Dean was going to turn heel on Sunday. Chances are, we were damn if we weren't wrong. Hell, the whole damn Shield turned heel on Monday.
Well, you know what? And I gotta say, honestly, that was needed for Roman Reigns, because
Absolutely.
he needed to get over. But you know, right now, you know, we'll see what happens next. But you know, I'm gonna go to you, Zoe. What did you think of that segment? All of a sudden, you know, these guys come out, and it's like, there's your boy Dean Ambrose teaming up with, you know, he's teaming up right there with you know, with Seth Rollins, and they're helping, you know, Roman Reigns. So that's kind of like a whoa.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I jumped right off the couch and basically stood in front of the TV watching it. I don't necessarily kind of feel like they turned heel, and this is the reason why I'm saying this, okay? All three of these men, each time that they have been together as the Shield, they have had each other's backs. They have had that bond, even in NXT, FCW, and all that. They've made that bond, and I mean, we can all agree, Reigns went through a hell of a night at SummerSlam. So I felt like whenever Braun came out and was like, oh, I'm going to attack a weak Roman Reigns for a title, you know, the boys are like, hey, you know what, our brother is down, let's go out and help him out.
Absolutely. Now we'll see how well this goes, because it's kind of flippy, you know, it's kind of like tweeners right now, because now they are involved in a match. You know, they're going to be upcoming in a match where it's going to be Drew McIntyre and Ziggler taking on Rollins and Ambrose. So, you know, will they be in Shield gear? Will they be in their own gear? You know, and then when Roman Reigns defends his title, would he be in the Shield gear, or stay what he is right now? It's
Joe, if I may, what the fuck's the difference for Roman?
Exactly.
Yeah, technically it's the same thing.
Yeah, and that's always the thing I said. At least his partners change clothes. He should have done the same thing, but apparently, You know, and I gotta say this: WWE is smart because they know Roman Reigns, in essence, is a weak champion. Nobody cares for him. Nobody likes him. You can see the crowd sitting on their hands every time he comes to the ring and he does his ooh ah, and and he charges up the Superman punch. It's
I like him. I'll admit it. I like him a lot.
like I said, nobody likes him here. We're gonna move it on.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. You know, but yeah, we saw the return of the Shield, and again, you know what? We also saw Paul Heyman confronting Kurt Angle regarding possibly asking for his man Brock Lesnar to see if he will get a title shot or title rematch further down the road, maybe Hell in a Cell. And Kurt Angle just gave him the look like, say, hey, you know what? When I feel like it. So he's going to get the treatment that Brock gave them. So and I think this is smart because Lance, they're going to let Brock have some time off. Not like he didn't have enough time off.
Right.
But they're going to, you know, he's going to go out there and he's just going to be the guy that literally, you know, just going to stand out there and wait. You know, now they're going to see if anybody really cares. I think they care when he heads to the curtain. But what do you think about that, Lance?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't he have a fight coming up?
Absolutely. That's another reason. He does have a UFC championship match coming up. Now,
Does anybody know the date of that?
I'm sorry?
Does anybody know the date of said fight?
No, I don't. George!
Georgie boy, come on, buddy. I know you're out there, Wikipedia it.
Yeah, right. So, well, we depend on George to look that up. We are looking at. It is. Let me see here. I'm kind of looking myself, but I don't see anything. I think it's supposed to be UFC 226. 226. So I don't know if that's the actual fight they're gonna do. So I don't know, but we will see what happens. We will have to go. We'll have to depend on George to bring us that tidbit of news. So, you know what? Let's go on to rumors right now, everybody. There's been a lot of talk. Here's the big thing. There's been a lot of talk, and I'm going to put the poster up for everybody to see on the new Evolution poster that's being added to the women's division that's coming up, the women's pay-per-view. And I'm going to put this on both sides. And I'm going to, there you go. So I'm going to put this in the middle. And folks, the folks in Facebook got to see this. And I'm going to put the folks on YouTube, which we are dual broadcasting, everybody. We are broadcasting both on the HWR chat room in Facebook, and we are broadcasting in the HWR show on our YouTube channel. So if you can't make one, check out the other. But here it is. Here is the poster for Evolution, the all-women's pay-per-view. Now, if you notice, they got a couple of people already noticed in there. You could see Natalya. You could see Carmella, Becky Lynch, Naomi, Amber, Moon. I forgot her name, Kazawi. She's the new NXT Women's Champion. You got Sasha Banks, Little Miss Bliss, Bailey, Nia Jax, and they got Shayna Baszler. They got Asuka, and they got Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. But the biggest names that they have there is Trish Stratus and Lisa, who will be competing on this show. Now, who they will be taking on, I think Trish is taking on Alexa Bliss. And I believe there's somebody else that's going to be taking on Lita, which happens to be the next person I'm going to bring up. Rumor has it, folks, rumor has it that AJ Lee, the wife of CM Punk, is currently in talks. WWE reached out to her, and there are talks that they're going to try to get her in for the Evolution pay-per-view, as she is a former champion. And she is, here it is, folks, she is open to the idea. So there's many people who are reporting this, and they says this is really being pinned that it's going to happen. So if this happens, I believe AJ Lee will be taking her idol, Lita. Let's go to you, Zoe. What about this Evolution shocker?
I would love to see that, because we all remember the clip of a little tiny AJ Lee meeting Lita for the first time and just breaking down tears of joy.
Well,
that is definitely a dream match for any girl.
Yeah, and the thing
Go
is,
ahead, I'm sorry.
Nope, and the thing is, both Lita and Trish are training, and they both were in the All-Women's Royal Rumble this year. So they're in shape to do this. So, how good of a practice they will, I think they will be probably getting in more shape for this. And over in the HWR show, George answered our prayers. He says it might be UFC 230. The UFC 229 card is filled. The UFC 230 is on November 3rd, 2018 in New York. Now they have yet to see, they yet to announce the card there. So it has to be UFC 230. Thanks, George, again.
A certain son of a bitch just came online.
Oh, then invite the Andy Meister. And yes, while we get into that, we're going to go into another bit of news, and we're going to get the pay-per-view out of here. Now, what's real funny, if you look at that poster, they are missing a few notable people in there. You're not seeing the Iconics, you're not seeing the Riot Squad, but most notably, you're not seeing the Bellas. So,
yay!
Let's hope that the Bellas do. I hope they just get I hope they just as
right damn match.
Yeah, please. I just hope that they just show up as a little, go out there and say, hey, you know what? We're just here to watch. We're offering our support, and that's it. Because I don't want to see the Bellas. I hate the Bellas. I don't want to see the Bellas, and Lord knows nobody wants to see them either.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I saw a flyer floating around the internet, so I do not know if it's confirmed. I've just seen it where it's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella.
Break her damn neck.
Oh, if that happens,
yeah.
I hope that she breaks her arm, her neck, everything about her.
Her big fake boobs.
and flatten those fake boobs. And here he is, that son he is the head of Stoked Haunted. He is that son of a bitch, Andy.
Hello, better late than never.
That's okay, you beat Rick here. Rick hasn't popped up yet. So we were just going over, I don't know if you saw Raw or SmackDown, and the different things that have happened.
I watched Raw, I didn't see SmackDown, but I've caught up with Raw.
All right. Well, what did you think of the segment with Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon?
I thought it was farcical, to be honest. Why did they have the belt on a table when she'd already won it? They normally do that when they're having a new belt or something's happened. I mean, why make such a big deal of having a table and Stephanie telling everybody that what a fantastic champion she is?
Yeah, it's when she hasn't even defended the belt yet.
Yep.
Exactly.
And again,
Agreed.
The only thing that I will give props to Ronda Rousey is that she did shoot a decent promo, and she says she's going to be a fighting champion. Let's see how well that goes. We have yet to see if she's going to defend the belt on a Raw, which normally, like Little Miss Bliss used to do, and other champions before that. Andy, what did you think of the Shield reunion?
I was quite excited, saying I've never really been a Shield fan. I was quite excited that they came back. I think it might give Roman Reigns a bit of a push, because I think he needs a push. I just hope they do a bit more with Dean Ambrose.
Hell yes.
Oh, me too. Me
What?
too.
Well, right now, and if you folks did not catch Raw, Dean Ambrose is really buffed up. He did a different version of the Dirty Deeds, which he caught Ziggler, threw him in the air, and then grabbed him and put him in the Dirty Deeds. That was I was like, holy shit, Dean Ambrose is not kidding anymore. He's completely freaked out. But my problem is, and Kayla, I know you're a fan of Dean Ambrose.
Big time.
Is, we're not seeing that funny, insane Dean Ambrose. We're seeing just the tough, buffed up Dean Ambrose. We have yet to see or hear him kind of do that little swagger type deal that he was before he left, before he got injured.
Now, keep in mind, this is just his first week back. I see it happening. The more that he's going to get comfortable with the Shield Brothers, we're going to see that psychotic comedy side come out.
All right, Lance, what do you think about that?
Well, remember one thing about Dean Ambrose when he's with his Shield brethren. He's almost at his most psychotic and dangerous when he's with the Shield.
And he wears tattered pants. Sorry.
I'm a
Sorry.
Dean Ambrose fan, but I'm going to leave that to Zoe.
Hey, you guys talk about Alexa Bliss. Leave me my Dean Ambrose alone.
I said you can have Dean Ambrose in that area.
Yeah, I am a fan of the Little Miss Bliss, so she's a beautiful little pocket pal. I'll leave it at that. All right. Let's go into another bit of rumor for everybody to check out. Is multiple sites are saying that Kurt Angle's quote-unquote vacation from being Raw GM is set so he could focus on his in-ring return. So we are right now, that might be something that he's going to be taking on. Now, who's going to take over for him? That's something different.
The constipation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I hate to say that. I hate to say that too, but let's go to you, Andy. Do you think it's going to come down to like Baron Corbin giving Kurt Angle or Stephanie McMahon giving Kurt Angle the time off so he can practice for his in-ring return, and most likely against his co-GM or the Constable?
I don't think he needs time off. I just think he needs a bit more. I don't know. To me, Kurt Angle looks like he's shit himself when he walks now.
Yeah,
he walks like he's laying the golden egg. When he stands there, it looks like someone's just swiped the potty from under his arse. His back's that screwed up. I know how he feels. He can't stand up straight. But when he stands in the ring, in fact, he's the only person who resembles his action figure.
Because he's so stiff.
If you notice, they have the stuck-out butt stance, so they'll actually balance.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Kurt Angle looks like he's action figure.
Because he has to stand in that stance.
And if you've got
Andy.
if you've got the posh action figures like G.I. Joe types, I bet if you pull his pants down, he's just got a smooth bit at the front.
Oh my god.
Andy, that's your business, brother.
That's why they say he sucks. Zoe,
I always wanted to make my G.I. Joe with my cousin's Cindy. I used to pull her Cindy clothes off, and she had a little crack at the front. I pulled my G.I. Joe pants down. He was smooth.
Yeah, it was tucked behind him just in case a grenade goes off.
I thought he hasn't got a plug into the USB socket. How they can make babies?
Jeez. We have just flipped out from wrestling to G.I. Joe with non-genitals.
That's our son of a bitch.
G.I. Joe hasn't got a male USB socket. Disappointing. Palatoy, get your act together.
Honestly, I could see Andy meeting Kurt Angle and asking him, "Hey, are you smooth down there like your action figure?"
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, leg on the
And then-
ankle.
And then
And my Undertaker action figures got better. Definitely got better hip joints than he's got.
oh,
Who
geez.
Taker?
I wonder when Taker has his operation if he's going to have a bolt through the side of his leg, because mine has.
Well, Superstar Billy Graham had one. I wonder if Taker's gonna need one after his match with Triple H.
I thought he already had the hip surgery.
He did.
He's probably gonna have another one because Taker can barely walk. So this is gonna be
no.
this is gonna be something that I can see Triple H run at him. Undertaker choke slams him. Match is over. You know.
No. I got better idea. All right, Taker busts his hip, and then Triple H at the same time tears the damn quad again.
Yeah. Right.
Comes out with a walker.
Gee. And Shawn Michaels comes out because he just has to come out and he loses his smile and turns around and goes home.
Sponsored by Sony. Can be Sony walk frame.
All right.
Hey.
Zoe, I was gonna say, Zoe, what do you think about Kurt Angle's genitals? What do you think?
I have to see favors Dean Ambrose's more than Kurt Angle's, but that's just a thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta be good. My anniversary is coming up this week, and y'all gonna get me in trouble.
That's
No,
all
Dean
right.
Ambrose can do that.
She's pulled down the pants of that Dean Ambrose dog.
Anyhow,
Yes.
as far as Kurt Angle's vacation, the rumors that's because he's going to be getting back into shape. I mean, Kurt Angle is in good shape considering, you know, his past demons, how long he's been wrestling and all that. But I mean, I'd say, yeah, that's a possibility. He's just going to be tuning up.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go to you, Lance. You know, he is in good shape, but I think in a wrestling, we've seen him wrestle before, and while he looks good, you could tell he was stiff as hell.
Yeah, and we don't mean
Not
G.I.
not
Joe?
stiff.
his body was stiff. Now,
Yeah.
if I was him, and I know I've said this quite a few times, to maybe loosen it up, he might need to head down to Atlanta and take about a month or so in the DDP Yoga Performance Center, loosen his ass up.
Yeah, he definitely.
Because he's had, 5 or 6 broken damn necks?
Yeah, actually, he has, and you know, again, they made such big issues with Daniel Bryan. You know, they gotta definitely be careful with this because Kurt Angle can get hurt, and if he gets hurt, you know, this could be it for him. But let's move on to another topic that's going on. There's 2 sides that disagree about Triple H showing up on Raw to promote his upcoming match with The Undertaker. However, Body Slam claims, because that's bodyslam.net, claims it was a late call to fill time.
Oh, damn it.
Kurt Angle's new ring persona.
And folks, you're happy you're not watching this. It's in our chat room.
You know what, Joe? Share that.
Yeah, hold on.
Please, yes.
Let me see if I can share it.
Oh, no. Everybody listens like, what in the crap are they laughing about, dude?
Give some accuracy.
Yeah, well, let me put this up and you folks can see. This is what Andy has put up. First for you folks on the YouTube channel so you could see. And let me get it set now for the Facebook fans because again, we are dual broadcasting here. And I gotta say, you know, Andy, that's kind of fucked up.
Nah.
So you expect it.
Oh, God.
So
I've got an even better picture than that.
oh.
Oh, God.
Okay, you see that, I'm scared.
It's WrestleMania 70.
Oh,
I know
God.
it's quite a few years off, but do you want to see the cover for WrestleMania 70?
Sure. Why do
Oh,
Oh God.
Why do I feel Viagra in the pole match is just gonna start coming in?
You know, Rich is probably going to listen to this later. He's going to be like, "Oh my God, I'm never missing a podcast ever again."
No, Zoe, you're forgetting one thing. He's known me and Andy together since 2012. Andy before that, he knows me and Andy are out of our damn minds.
True.
There you go, WrestleMania 70, the Triple H return, once in a lifetime.
Let me.
I'm actually kind of shocked that Joe hasn't talked about what's his face on SmackDown that he doesn't like.
Oh, give me time.
Yeah.
Give me time. But Andy, what do you think about WWE bringing out the legends for these shows?
I think it's going to be a good thing. Be nice to see Trish come back.
Now, do you think this doesn't take away from the current roster? Because after all, they're being upstaged by, these, individuals.
I think it's a sad world when they have to bring them back. But to be perfectly honest, I think they need something to get some interest back because I think people are getting bored. The matches seem to be the same people fighting each other all the time.
Absolutely. You know what? And Lance, what do you think about that comment? WWE is bringing out again. This is like kind of the second time. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a new sound effect.
Oh, okay.
I mean, granted, they do need, especially for like the first thing of this top happening like this. As long as they don't fuck up like the WCW did with the NWO themed pay-per-view and have all the But they kind of can't do that. But yeah, they do need something like this. I'm okay with them bringing back people, but hell, bring people up instead of back. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? They need to do something with the current talent. Like I said, the storylines on SmackDown is more interesting right now than the current Raw roster. Zoe, let's go to you on this. You know, what do you think about this? Do you think Undertaker and Triple H going out again for, you know, I understand they want to do sales in a new country, but isn't this taken away from the current roster they have?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all that grew up watching WWF, WCW, all that, we would love to see our, legends compete again, but it does have me a little bit concerned, especially with The Undertaker. What's the pace going to be? Is his health okay? Is Triple H's health okay? Like you guys said, he could tear a quad because he had busted hip on Undertaker. I mean, I'm kind of torn. I don't know yet.
And now we're in trouble. The boss man showed up.
Guys, I am...
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the CEO of HWR himself. It's good to have him on here. Better late than never. He is Rick Head. Rick, welcome.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I got caught up and I was busy doing a few things, so...
Well, Dagon, you missed all of our talk about Kurt Angle's balls.
and atomically correct action figures. Thank you.
So
Randy.
why don't you explain to me about? Come on, tell me. Is this guy come Kayla? Because she's the one who brought it up. Please tell me what you think about Kurt Angle's balls.
Don't ask me. Ask Andy.
Oh, you brought you brought it up.
No,
actually, Dean Ambrose's balls.
Okay.
So now we're taking the balls and throw them to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. For some reason, we're kind of torn between what they look like down there. Are they going to be smooth like his action figure, or is he going to be anatomically correct?
Well,
and here is the rogue scholar himself. He's going to try to explain this for us.
Okay. What's up, Andy?
Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I remember like about a year or two back, there was a Gillette a promo where John Cena was saying, hey, this works from head to toe. So make that of what you will.
That could be the reason why Nikki left his ass.
Yeah.
Oh!
Maybe he chopped it off by mistake.
I don't know. I mean, not all women like, floss, you know what I mean?
Yeah, jeez.
Triggered.
All right. Over in the HWR show, George says he just read an article from USA Today. Lesnar will be eligible to fight in UFC after January 8th of 2019, and that if he complies with the anti-doping policy, with their version of a wellness policy. And that's exactly what I was going to bring up next. The insider, meanwhile, says that what they're trying to do, they're sticking to their report that Lesnar was never planned to appear, despite advertising to the contrary of him being on Raw. The sources told them that if something had been needed, they asked Paul Heyman to do an in-ring promo, which he did. Lesnar is focused right now on fighting in the UFC in early 2019. But he has the door is open for him to come back to the WWE down the line. So he's gone. He's practicing. He's getting ready and getting in shape for his UFC fight next year. And once I'm guessing he's done with that, well, we'll welcome him back. That's not a problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brock Lesnar's door is always going to be open. WWE. I don't know, Vince, I swear to God, he gets a hard on when Brock walks in the room.
Which is quite impressive for a guy his age.
Well, we're talking about balls. You might as well call the genetic jackhammer's balls. Vince always said he had large grapefruits.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Those grapefruits might be a little prunes or something. But You know what? That's a visual I really don't need. Anyway, but you all seriousness, I really, as we all know, I think I have very little respect for Brock Lesnar, and I'm sure I can speak for most of you guys. But the one thing is, I honestly think he got screwed this last time in the UFC.
Yeah.
Because they didn't test him for the steroids, but they also knew that he had respiratory issues, and he was taking a breathalyzer or a inhaler, which has steroids in it. So he took it right after the fight. This is no secret, and for some fucked up reason, they decided to say, oh, you know, the wellness production company or whatever the fuck they were said, oh, nope, he has steroids in him. It just baffles me.
Yeah, you know what? And again, it is a sad situation when you do have something like that. But usually when that happens, they try to do that to cover up the scenario. They try to cover up like, hey, you know what? This is kind of the old school story where, okay, you won the title, but you know what? We think you have this. Time for us to take it right back. So I think that's what you saw from there, and that's why now I think they're allowing him to come back because they probably realize, oh shit, you know, we kind of screwed up there, but let's see how this pans out.
Didn't the guy he fought get popped for steroids too, or some shit like that?
Yeah, I believe
I think he did.
I think he did. He had like
So that should have been a whitewash.
Yeah, it should have been. Nobody has the title right now, and let them all fight for it.
No, I mean, nobody gets in trouble since they were both on roids.
Yeah, jeez. All right,
Yeah.
but you know what? And we're going to continue forward with, and Andy's sending more pictures. God damn it!
That's voice messages.
Oh, voice messages. Okay. Cartoons.
Now, is the son of a bitch with us, or is he just listening in on...
He's here.
No, mate.
Oh, all right.
Can you hear this? Can you hear this soundbite thing?
No.
Oh, what a shame. I've posted him in the chat. I've posted him in the chat room. I've just been
Let me see this.
amusing myself.
Choose your words
He's very
lightly,
good
Andy.
at playing with himself.
Yeah, it won't pop up on my side either. Anyway, you know, we're going to keep going. Rick, we were talking also about AJ Lee. WWE reached out to her regarding Evolution to come in for the pay-per-view, and she pretty much said yes.
Wow.
So
So she's in.
And most likely she'll be taking on her idol, Lita, that we talked earlier in the show about. So, and this is, again, I know I've said this many times, but I said this is, if she's willing to come in, I think they're willing to open up the door for, you know, they're willing to open up the door for CM Punk if he really wants it. And I think if he sees his wife come back and gets a preferred treatment, even if it's for one pay-per-view, one payday, I can see him coming back.
Let me...
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. First, I think AJ Lee left in support of her husband. She really was not... She really didn't have no bones with the WWE. I think I've said this before. We've seen it more than once. When you have two people in a company, such as the WWE, and they leave, their significant other leaves. Take Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes, for example. Brandy Rhodes left quickly after Cody left. Macho Man, when he left the WWF, who followed? Elizabeth. You know, do all of the math. And I mean, even the same thing, you got that fucking, not Mike Aldis, but,
Kanellis.
Mike Kanellis. Okay? And he's got his wife with him, you know, so they've come and gone with each other. They just, so, but when it comes to AJ Lee and Punk, I don't think Punk's going to come back. Punk,
Although, if they do the Lita AJ match, I want Matt Hardy and CM Punk both at ringside.
Oh, fuck
Just
no.
for the awkwardness factor.
No.
Well, you might as well.
Sky running down there.
And you know what? Screw it. Have Edge run down just for good measure.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Throw Edge in there. And now you have everybody in this. So,
Oh fuck it! If that's the case, bring down Dolph Ziggler. She had the on-screen affair with him.
There you go.
And John Cena.
No, leave
No.
John out of this.
No, yeah. So, but I mean, in all seriousness, I think she still has a passion for the business. When she talks about interviews, she mentions her husband's name, Phil. Punk is a very strange bird. I understand he's very private, but when you say my wife, where everybody knows who his wife is, and won't even say AJ. I think, I don't know. I don't know if it's just him being selfish, self-centered, or maybe he just feels that he's just that private. But no, I don't think it's going to happen. Punk is still, dead set on doing another MMA fight. He just he won't stop until he wins at least one.
yeah. Real quick, guys, for those listening in on the HWR chat room on Facebook, send me a message and let me know if you can if anybody can hear the broadcast there. I'm just very curious about it because my broadcast bar is not running on this, so I just want to be sure that people can hear us live on there.
You know what? Hang on, Joe.
So let me know if you can hear it.
No, hang on.
Alright, but we're going to move on. Rick, we did see the reformation of the Shield. We talked about that. That's kind of a tweener deal there that we just saw. So that's kind of they just appeared on the, they appeared in a match earlier. I'm talking about, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and then they came out later in the evening as the Shield members. We were talking about this might be a way to help out Roman Reigns because we all know Roman Reigns can't carry a championship himself.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I think, again, it's they're trying to pump everybody up. They were in the middle of doing the Shield thing before Ambrose got injured, so I think they're trying to reignite that. I would think that this would be a door to be opened for Ambrose to turn heel, should he, but I don't know if people want him to make that switch, because right now he's come back, and I guess in short, I really don't want to see the Shield. I'd like to see them break up for one other reason or just go their own way. Have Ambrose, continue to do what he's always doing, being unpredictable. Maybe he would attack the Shield, but again, we saw Seth Rollins do it, and I don't know, Joe. I don't know if you'd want to see that happen again with a different Shield member.
Well, I'm probably going to see Dean Ambrose do it, but you never know. Everything is up in the air. We were talking about also how the storylines in SmackDown are getting a lot better, especially the AJ Styles Samoa Joe storyline, and as well as the Miz and Maurice taking on the Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. So they're starting to build it up, and I think they're getting the better stories out than Raw is. But we will have to wait and see. And folks, we are coming to the end of our show. And Andy, can you hear us on Facebook?
No, I can't hear nothing coming out of Facebook.
Yeah, I sent a message to Herbie to see if he can hear us, and I'm not getting any response. So
yeah, hold on.
Hold on, let me reset it because we are in the final moments anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna check over on the YouTube page.
No, yeah, the YouTube page. I think they can hear us loud and
yeah,
clear.
I got confirmation from George about the Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, YouTube is clear, but Facebook, even for me, is having a few issues. So,
All right.
well, I do want to bring up one quick subject. I don't know if you guys talked about Chris Jericho and Impact joining the Jericho Cruise.
No.
No, that was one thing we did not even bring up. So you're good there.
Well, yeah, and I think it's a pretty cool because Chris Jericho, he brought in ROH, New Japan. I'm not sure about Lucha Underground, don't hold me to that. But again, he even promoted that Impact Wrestling would join the Jericho Cruise. Now, I remember, not even sure, I'll say maybe 2 or 3 months ago, Jericho was interview, or I'm sorry, during his podcast, and he said that he would not want to go sign with another company because he feel that it would be disrespectful for Vince, who pretty much, built his career on a higher level than he was in WCW or even ECW. And now he's doing this, so I don't really know what to... I mean, clearly for Jericho, it's a business aspect.
Yeah.
But you got to wonder if WWE's got a little slated, or if they're just like, hey, best of luck to you, and no hard feelings.
Well, this is what I understand about it. Okay, since he's has New Japan, ROH, Impact on for the cruise, what he actually said was he would not. There's only one company he worked for in the States, and that's Vince. But since the Jericho Cruise is technically in international waters, that these things do not apply.
Well, Joe, let me throw this one at you again. Lance made very good points that even though Impact's over in Canada, it's still syndicated here in America, as well as other places. Andy, I'm not sure if they're back on Spike. There were rumors that they were joining Spike over in the UK.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, nothing at all.
And just for real fast, folks, if you refresh, we are live again on Facebook. So we are in the HWR chat room, and it's working again well. So we're good there. So go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
No, again, like I said, but like I said, it's one of that fine lines that I don't think the WWE is really upset. I think if he had signed with Impact or if he had signed with All In, I think there might have been an issue. Speaking of All In, I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently a lot of people over in Chicago are pissed at Punk. He was supposed to be at the All In event. That was the rumor that he was going to be doing just a kind of a meet and greet thing. But he had said something, or I don't remember, but I know that from what I read, that the Chicago fans is like, CM Punk sucks. And they were chanting it. So, that makes you think. Maybe Punk's just finally, his fans are like saying, you know what, fuck you. You moved on, maybe we should move on. Because, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was going to say, fans are fickle, and the first minute he steps outside and he goes to ringside, CM Punk sucks to, oh, he's back, yay. That's, marks are marks, and they're saying that right now because they want to see him wrestle. But the first minute he pops out there and he starts saying, he's like, the music starts going and all that stuff, and he's prancing around, they're gonna eat it up like it's peanut butter and jelly. They're gonna just go crazy for it. So I don't think too much of that. I think fans are gonna say something. It's like today. It's like fans criticize everything, and then yet they don't sample anything. So I don't know. But I will have to wait and see. But I know how they are. Once they see CM Punk in the ring, oh, he's there, yay! We're sorry that we mentioned that you suck, sir.
Yeah. I have to agree. And you know what? I mean, like I said, CM Punk, the person comes across as a real jackass, self-entitled asshole. But like I'm hating when he's in the ring, he is captivating. He could grab that camera and that's it. They focus on him. The fans are focused on him, and he could cut a promo. He plays a great heel because that's just how he comes across as an asshole.
Yeah.
Even he said, I watched this documentary again. I don't know if you guys had seen it yet, but it was really a good one. Best in the World. And he pretty much just always said, he goes, I have very few select friends. He goes, I don't, kind of dwell outside my circle. And he even says, I think one of the closer friends that I have is Brock Lesnar, because we both see the same thing. We don't play well with others.
Yep, they play well when it comes to the paychecks. But you know what, folks? We are coming to the end of the show here. And next week we're going to really kind of iron out all these issues that we have here, because again, I'm still having problems, Rick, with the Facebook page, and it's popping in and out. I don't know why, but I'm gonna look into that tomorrow, and we're gonna keep going. So far the YouTube page seems to be holding strong, but you know what, we're coming to the end here, and I gotta say this first of all. It's great to have you guys here. Johnny is missed out tonight, but he is on vacation, so he's definitely is good to get away. And for those in the Erie, Pennsylvania area, HazardCon, Comic-Con Erie is coming to here, and you will get to see me and Johnny together on that Comic-Con. We will be in my booth, where we're going to be talking a lot about HWR, Scoldr's Realm, and his Uber of Westchester. So
No, Joe. Zoe.
The Uber of Westchester.
Damn, that just gave me a tinkle.
Thank you for the visual.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
You can try with Andy. I don't know if it gets Andy going.
Oh no, Andy, what do you think?
No, it's not getting me going.
Oh,
you got to say.
Wait. What about Stoked Haunted?
Yeah, that'll do.
You get him a little,
You got to give it.
Yeah, definitely get him a sound clip,
I got an approval.
Yeah. All right. But you know what, fans? Thanks for tuning in again on Thursday night. And we're going to get all these issues fixed, and we're going to try to put everything all together. But you know what? We're always here. If you can't catch us on one page, that's why we always dual broadcast. You could jump on the other one. We appreciate George. We appreciate everybody who's watching the shows. We appreciate Mrs. A and BC and Samantha and everybody else who loves our show. Again, Shane, we really appreciate you guys being part of it. Right now, also, I'm going to let everybody know we are selling T-shirts. You hear me, George? You asked for the T-shirts. We have them. It is the Lance Moss Cross Guitar T-shirts. It is the Uber of Westchester's T-shirt. The Vicious Vixens T-shirt. The Scoldr's Realm T-shirt. and the Stoked Haunted. The Lance, go ahead.
Buy the shirt.
The BTS Buy the Shirt. And buy the shirt. Okay. Shirt. And finally, it is the HWR's Discretion Advice T-shirt. So
we still can't figure out who the hell that figure is.
Yeah, absolutely no idea.
Yeah,
it can't be AJ Styles.
Absolutely not. Absolutely positively.
Could it be Razor Ramon? He's doing the Too Sweet.
No. I went to some local indie show and I saw a guy do like that, and I'm like, I just took a picture, cheap cutout.
There you go.
I mean, come on, you know what I mean? I mean, he was wearing like the hood and everything and kind of like walked out. He was a bit of a mark, but hey, it certainly absolutely was not AJ Styles, so please.
Absolutely.
If I have to, I'll contact my lawyer.
Yeah, right? It is just a silhouette. We don't know who's behind that silhouette. Hey,
it's just a white blob.
There you go.
They can't prove anything.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's end this show on a positive note here. We've talked about dolls' genitals. We talked about wrestling. But we're at the end of this, so let's go, Lance. You're the incomparable one. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at youtube.com/LanceMossTV and twitter.com #@LanceMossTV. And every Friday, I put up a Redneck Gourmet video. Tomorrow is going to be a Memphis delicacy, barbecue nachos.
Okay, barbecue nachos. I gotta watch this because I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could barbecue nachos.
How'd you not? Oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah,
It's
but,
a southern thing.
I am not a southerner, so I don't know.
well, it's actually no. All it really is just a hamburger that's marinated, or at least that's how and then everything put on the rest. Some people just like your average chili. Now I don't know. Let me ask you a quick question, Lance. Is this going to be on the meat itself, or is it going to be inside with the chili?
It's pulled pork.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
great, nice.
Not like pulling your pork.
Yes. that had to come in because of genitals and all that. All right. All right, Zoe, you are the Vicious Vixen from Kentucky's Own Wrestling. Tell everybody what's going on and where they can find you.
You know what? You guys can find me at the Kentucky Own Wrestling webpage or just on my fan page at Zoe Nightshade or even Kayla Hobbs. Let's see what we got going on this weekend. KZW is returning to Williamsburg National Guard Armory. I will not be there because I am celebrating my 8th wedding anniversary this weekend, but my boys Carnage will be there. And also, we have our Hall of Fame show coming up on September the 1st in Shopville, Kentucky. So come check it out.
Absolutely. Check it out. Over in the HWO show, we have Mega Super Lionheart, who says to everybody, what's up, Lionheart? Let's go to you, Andy. Tell everybody about Stoked Haunted. You got us as fans right now.
Yeah, we're back. Our next investigation will be September the 15th. We've had a bit of a break due to ill health and one thing and another. If you want to follow what we're doing, go to www.stokehaunted.com. And if you go on to the Stoke Haunted YouTube page, I've just uploaded a new or smaller version of an intro because people said the intro was way too long. So just check it out and give us a comment at the bottom. Even give us a subscribe or a like.
Hey, Leah Lionheart, we just went through all the topics and our show is coming to an end. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
He can rewatch it though on YouTube. He
Yeah,
can start
absolutely.
over.
And also, buy the shirts!
Yeah, you can buy the shirts because we have, you can rewind this product and you can listen to us talk there. Rick, you are the host and CEO of HWR. You want to tell people, guys like Lionheart and others, what's going on?
Well, as you know, every Thursday or usually sometimes on a special edition on Saturdays, we have Four Corner Rants hosted by the Lord Skuldrin. But if you want all the latest news and you want to see some fan art and a lot more, you can hang out over on our HWR chat room. That's in the group section. Or right here on youtube.com/HWR show. I have tribute videos. I have a lot of personal blogs that I've done. And throughout the years, we have had the honor of speaking with several wrestling legends. So again, that's down there. So be sure to check them out.
Absolutely. And again, we do have our shirts available. So if you want to check them out, just send us a message on the HWR chat room and just give us your size, which shirt you want, and we will send them out to you. They are $20 currently right now plus shipping and handling, but they're good quality shirts. And they have each of our logos, so check them out. You will not be disappointed with it. Also, I am Joseph Skuldrin Knight, and I do run my Skuldrin's Realm. You can do the hashtag Skuldrin's Realm, and it is on Facebook, Twitch, and here on YouTube. And I do a lot of game videos. Starting to come back with my podcast where I do different topics. This Friday night, the topics are going to be, and this is why I want the hardcore crew, see if they can make it for this. It is two main topics. It is first the Sega versus Super Nintendo battle. Which system was better and why? And then we're also going to talk about Saturday morning cartoons. Some of you guys are like Zoe, Lance, and Rick are probably still young enough for that. But I know me and Johnny and probably Andy, we miss those Saturday morning cartoons. What is missing? Why is it gone? It's something, and we're just going to have some favorable memories, and we're going to talk about that this Friday night at 10 o'clock. So again, check us out. We will be getting all that. Lionheart says Super Nintendo. Yep, it's one of my favorites. I got all the consoles here, and I will show them when I go live on my video, so you guys get to see them. But with that, it is the end of the show, and we will say see you next week, next Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we will have all these issues set. And with that, I'm gonna say my cat is just sitting on my desk, pushing everything across. And yes, you can see that picture on my Facebook page. Just
Are you playing with your pussy again?
Well, tell the cat.
I don't even have a comeback for that. Okay, we're off the air. Guys.
Daggone cat probably like closed it on him. Like,
Yeah.
they're